Welcome, 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 everyone. I hope you're all having a pleasant day. I'm currently doing just a little bit of masking, because I figured out why the tape wasn't sticking because the paint hadn't cured enough. So we're getting some stuff, like I said, masked off for when I am going to be painting it next. As I decided yesterday, I'm going to go with a similar scheme to the Iron Badgers, um, but it's going to be more so that this specific mech is on mission on Solaris 7. So they are going to be painted up as a Polaris 7 fighter, or mech jock, as it were. So we're going to do the same thing that I do with the normal mechs, and we're going to paint one arm a different color. Um, and I'm going to have to mask the shit out of this. So it doesn't make my life harder when it comes to painting the arm. And also the head, because I want to do the head white. Hey, good night. Ooh. Okay, that should be fine. I don't really need to. Shouldn't need to worry about the inside of that arm. Um, why are you? What? Fuck's sakes. Uh, okay, I am live, right? Yeah, I am live. I don't know why it's on emote only chat still. I guess I need to restart Touch Portal. I think it's Touch Portal that I have doing that. Come on. Fuck it. Okay, so we'll paint the back of that last. Need a little bit more tape. Okay. Fucking stay where I put you. Yeah, better. Okay. So we're gonna be going with a. I think I'm gonna do red for the torso and probably at least the other arm. Um, I may do the legs different. I may do the legs the same and try and do like a freehand fucking. Come on. Freehand fucking flame pattern. That could be pretty cool. One of the things that I'll probably end up adding is some like paint chipping. Because, like I said, big boy here fights on Solaris 7. Okay. Keep composure. A little bit of red going on there, but I can fix that. My main worry, honestly, was the head, which I'm gonna have to do some like black on the bottom of probably to hide. Sorry, to cover up the red. I got sidetracked. But that should be enough. Still spots up here that I need to get. Like those right there. Ah, you're not supposed to be fucking leaning that way. You're supposed to be like that. I love using ink in my airbrush because you don't need to thin it. sure. Need to hit up main spots. Unfortunately, because I have to pick it up with my hands, it makes it harder to ensure everything is perfectly consistent. Aha, that's what I can do. Spin this motherfucker around on here. I should have went all the way around the arm. Oh well, I can figure out what I want to do with that. Like I said, the head was the more urgent one to ensure is remains as white as possible. God just gonna hunt you down. Okay. Well, I'm done with the red. So start peeling some of this off. You down. Couple of spots that I'm going to need to touch up. That's fine. Thankfully, titanium white is very opaque. Days on a crusade, God's and all violent ways. This off as well. Like it wasn't perfectly masked. Like I said, the inside of the arm is still got hit, but okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to hit up a couple of spots. What I'll probably do is some of those spots that I'm gonna need to touch up, like on the red, I might just do as metallic. Like I know, like all the gun barrels, all the barrels, the gun barrels, are going to be metallic. Okay, let's clean this motherfucker. Um, because that'll also give that ink a little bit of time to cure a bit, at least enough for me to be able to start painting. Because I am going to do some hand painting right now. Partially to get stuff painted, partially to do some touch ups on some of the white, to make sure to make sure that I can do the stuff that I need to do properly. Here, airbrush cleaning. Always make sure you do a good job cleaning your airbrush. I know I say this a lot, but it's true. Fuck it. No, there. Send that through. Give that a spritz of some water. Hold on. I need to see something. Something's not right here. Why is... No. That shouldn't have been like that. For some reason, my OBS went into studio mode. I know what happened. I accidentally hit the studio mode button on my tablet. Upside down. And a little bit more water. There's still a lot of red in there. That's not good. The only thing I don't like about using ink sometimes is it is kind of a pain in the ass to clean properly. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. I could let that cure a little bit longer and airbrush the actual, like, color. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, though, with what I want to do. Well, I guess not really. Because I just need to do yellow first, mask the parts that I want to remain yellow, and then do, like, the rest black. I guess that could work. I mean, fucking shot. I think I need to get the next grab the next size down of my masking tape, though. Like my blue my miniature scale masking tape, my blue stuff. Wow, it's still pink. Still. Keep spraying. There we go. That should be fine. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do. This yellow? Yeah, let's use this yellow. It's transparent. So we're gonna go with Azo yellow. I'm not going to hit the whole thing, just essentially where the quote-unquote beams are. Um, that way, it should fucking sell the effect. And then once I go to do the black, I'm going to have to mask some stuff off. So that actually, like this, is probably going to be done either tomorrow or next week. I'm not 100% sure. I don't even know that stuff. Aw, for fuck's sakes. Waste more fucking ink because I can't do. Pardon. Looks like I have to do deeper clean on this. Because apparently. That's the only way this is going to properly be cleaned. It slowly drip through. I do not know how there was still fucking paint in this. Okay, so I'm gonna sit and let that soak for another moment. Have a puff off my vape. Have a sip of coffee. Now, what we're gonna do, water in here. Grab that. Okay, let's fucking try this again, shall we? Okay. Before you shake or grab at the lid of your ink, make sure it's closed. Please work properly this time. Okay, cool. About that much. Should be fine. Should be fine. Just fine. This is going to be hard to do and properly show on camera, so I apologize. Um, Ah, shit. Yay for huge projects. No time to miss some. I live my truth, and I fall in the rock Jesus. Remember to never run, never die. I'm probably gonna have to do a couple layers of this fucking yellow too. So yeah, this isn't gonna get dealt with until probably next week's streams. God damn it. Oh, I don't really need to do the back ones. It's more the front ones that need to get done for that. So now it's just going to chill out over there now. Now I'm going to clean the yellow out of this. I'm probably going to turn the airbrush off, and we're going to do some hand painting probably for the rest of the evening. Throw rinse. Just going to give it a little wipe on the inside of the cup. Always remember to clean your cup. If you don't, it gets smelly. And nobody wants a smelly cup. I guess I can remove these now. Oh, yeah. We're going to set both of these over this way. Pull these ones back. And then we're going to bubble it. So the reason that you want to bubble your airbrush when you're doing a clean, especially if you're doing like quick cleans, is it helps kind of agitate a lot of that paint or pigment, whatever you're using, out of the bowl, and kind of helps you clean the airbrush faster without having to take the fucking thing apart. Just want to make sure that everything is groovy. Now time to purge. Thankfully, it's not full, so it's a full purge. A bit of a purge. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So what we're gonna do? Oh, no. I can get picked up by the robot vacuum. Um. That's the stack I'm looking for. I guess that'll work. Yay! Titanium white. Where'd I put you? Right there. Wow. Yeah, I definitely need to get more of this. Thankfully, I don't need a lot of it right now. I just basically need a little bit for the head and like a touch on the arm. Um, oh. So I need to actually hit that button. And I will be right back. Yeah, but the Toronto. Put in the snow, going for that. Okay. Wasa. Okay. And let's turn that off. Oh, okay. That could have been tragic. More than enough. And since I'm not using the airbrush any longer tonight, I'm probably gonna have to do actually some fucking hand brushing on that. Now that I look at it, because that yellow did not stick as well as I wanted it to. At the very least, I'm gonna need to go over it one more time with the airbrush. Where I want the yellow. You know what? Two should be fine. Okay. If you didn't know, now you know now. Even the shovel needs a snowplow. Black out saws and mirrors on crack. Yeah, that's a Toronto. why there's some red there. There makes sense because of masking issues. And by masking issues, I mean I didn't mask it properly. Fuck. Got a whole bunch of notifications all at once. Spot. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some hand brushing of red as well, it looks like. That's fine. Okay, ad block. Fuck yourself. You could not have picked a worse time to fucking do that. Pardon me. Well, I mean, I guess it could have. Okay, I hate wearing gloves. They make my hands feel gross afterwards. I need at least a 3. I'll go 2. I don't use the size 3 all that often. Usually I don't need something that covers so much space. But I gotta do like the inside of this arm here. So the reason I'm going over the red on the arm is I want to have it the arm as like a bright color. Um, Thinking the scarlet, which is more of an orange in my opinion, is going to be the color I go for. 100% honest. Yeah, definitely going to need to do a couple of layers of this to fix that, but that's fine. Actually, I might not even need to do a lot of touching up on that. The hands I'm probably gonna do as just like TMM because it will make my life a little bit easier. And for, a mech that takes part, at least probably takes part in Rock'em Sock'em Robots, Okay, so apparently some of that red was still a little damp. A little moist. Probably some of the red in there. But as long as it's mostly white, like, it's not going to make a huge difference at the end of the day. Like here on the face, if I can get this pretty much just white. Underneath, actually, I'll probably do that next. Like where those wires are, I'm going to do a layer of black. And I take some of my carbon black that I have. And then I'll probably like dab it with some metallic. Or I might even just hit it with metallic. I don't know yet. I think I may put metallic on some of it. Want for the most part, I'm trying to go along the layer lines because like horizontally, like with the layer lines, because that way I can ensure that I get the ink between the layer lines a lot easier rather than going across the layer lines, which would make my life a whole lot harder. Kind of like, well, I don't know if I would call it a secret, but it's, the easiest way to make sure you properly paint an FDM print. Pardon me. Evil. Yeah, one time for pretty sure that this bit here is also part of the cockpit glass. I still say in MWO it should have like actually realistic cockpit hitboxes. Like it should be 100% based on your skill at aiming, whether or not you can potentially get a headshot or not. Like it shouldn't be fucking oh, you don't get headshots even though you're aiming at the fucking head or wherever the cockpit is located because I know some mechs have their cockpit in the chest, like in the torso, which I don't know. If I had that option, I would probably go for that 9 times out of 10. Even on like if I was running like if I myself was piloting like an Atlas. Ah, there it is. I'd be like, yeah, let's put the torso or let's put the cockpit for this in the fucking chest. The spot that literally has the most armor on the mech. Sure, it's the biggest target, but it's also the most armored part of it. Whereas the head is the least armored and with the lowest structure. Which technically, I think that would mean that you could get the head blown off your mech and still keep going. So, I mean, I also really like that visual of a headless mech just walking around a battlefield being like, what? I've done this before, you've been running through my mind since you crawled out of the floor. 1 second in my arms, I'll be running through yours. More than I can bear when you're not there, it tears me apart. I swear I'll rip and tear my way to your heart. And it's true, the legions of doom couldn't keep me from your world's end. I swear I'll rip and tear my way to your heart. I'm gonna use the bigger brush for this. Busting out the Lethal Shadows brushes because we're working on some metallics now. Okay. Yep, no worries. You're not there. It's more than I can bear when you're not there. It tears me apart. I swear I'll rip and tear my way to your heart. And it's true. The region's doing crazy from yours and I'll start. I swear I'll rip and tear my way to your heart. The metallic I made separates like quite a bit and very easily, and I haven't used it in a hot minute, so I have to like reincorporate it. And the reason I'm doing some of the metallics now is simply so that I can give the head a chance to dry for my next couple of steps on it. You can tear my way to your heart. Where all is fair in blood and gore, world's end. I'll start. I swear I'll rip and tear my way to your heart. Ooh. I also could do some like brass. Wait, no, I'm not built. I'm not painting a warhammer. Um, so that wouldn't. It wouldn't be quite the right reference. Though, if I was to paint a warhammer mech this size, I would probably do red and brass. Just simply because, well, it's a fucking warhammer. What do you expect? Oh, I should hit the center of that with white. At some point before I go too crazy. Well, at least some point before the end. Because I want to do essentially like a blue, maybe not glow, although I could possibly do like a blue glow. Okay. I'm probably not actually going to glue this down onto the like into the scene. Um, at this size, it's stable enough that there's really no need. And if ever I have to like if I have to move or whatever and I have to like or if I have to like move this, it'll just be easier. Like so much easier. There we go. Kind of wish this would have been done on a resin printer. I think it would have come out a lot better. But I wasn't the one who printed it, and originally this was actually supposed to be a commission. But when I told the person who gave it to me about my idea that I had for it, they're like, "Do you want to just keep it as a present?" And I was like, I won't say no. Okay. Okay. Let's do too far to the side. No, we're just gonna do the whole front of this, at least for now. That's yes. That's I'm gonna assume supposed to be an SRM4 launcher, based on the ports on the back and the fact that it has 4 little dudes on it. What's that? Assuming this is going to be an LRM5 and an LRM10, based on the number of hose. Which I kind of actually prefer doing a 5 and a 10 on a lot of like inner sphere mechs, because heat is so much of an issue. So with a 5 and a 10 rather than a 15, you can choose to only fire 5 or 10, or you could fire the full 15 if you need, in order to help manage your heat. Especially if you're like firing off your PPCs and whatnot. Though I would probably, if I was running this, I would probably only run like 1 ton of LRM ammo. Or actually even probably only like a half ton of LRM ammo, just simply because of the fact that the main chunk of damage would be coming from the PPCs. Because with with that, like I said, you're mainly going to be firing off the PPCs in direct fire combat. You really only need the LRMs for if you're doing indirect. And I am pretty sure just the general range on PPCs are longer than inner sphere LRMs. Simply consuming whatever we sell them. Live, you die. Should have read the fine print. You should have read the fine print, my friend. Should have read the fine print. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's wrong. What's it? I need. Where did I put you? Right there. Okay. Run this on. For a minute. They do need a little bit more. I see some spots where I miss. Pardon me. Fucking one of the few times that I didn't put enough paint on the palette. Usually when I'm hand painting, I'm usually putting too much on. Usually only when I'm airbrushing that I don't put enough. These are much. Okay. And then let's also put. Well, I'm doing this because I'm probably going to be going over these in white anyway. What I'm most likely going to do actually, because I'm not going to do the top color on those, I'm probably actually going to go back over that in white. And I'm probably going to look online for an Atlas loadout, and then like figure out what color I want to make the lasers. Based on like loadout. Yep. Hmm. Okay, so I need some black ink. Using that one. And that. I don't need a 2. I want a 1. Or a 1. Look at that. Just the 1 that I needed. So for this, we're actually going to start on the legs. Fucking love how opaque carbon black can be. Though I like Mars black a little bit better for that. Well, no, I like Mars black a lot better for that. Way more opaque. It's essentially the titanium white of blacks. Like I kind of wish I had some Mars black ink. Yeah, hot. Where some of these overpaint spots are, I can just fucking hit it with some metallic, like on a sponge. Make it look like there's some chipped off paint there. Mm, no. Mm. I guess black is going to be a at least secondary color on this. Didn't plan it out that way, but honestly, originally I was just going to have it in a couple of spots just to hide shit that I didn't want to go into detail painting. Or for things like the pipes going into the helmet. Well, head, I should say. White, fine. All right. A little bit of red in there, but I can fuck with that and get that out using a slightly more detailed brush. Um, or a slightly smaller brush. Oh, dang it. The way I did made no sense. Gonna be a hook, just a tiny hook on the brush, but that's fine. Make it work. It won't be perfect, but there we go. And then I'll do the eye color as something. I don't know yet. Um, I might even actually just double down on the white for the arm. That could be interesting. So I know the back really isn't going to be seen, so I don't really have to do too much, but I'm going to anyway because fucking reasons. I don't know why I feel the need to paint stuff that like isn't really going to be seen. Like the back of this model. Nobody's going to see it. Like of the like maybe 3 people who will see it in person. Because like any pictures are going to be from the front, which is where the like display is going to be from. I have to hit that with some red just to kind of bring that back to the proper coloration, but it is fine. Let's work with these now. Yeah, that black lining is gonna fucking make things pop real nice. And I think going for a relatively simple paint scheme is probably for the best. Ooh. Coffee Cat, welcome in. How are you doing? How's your stream? What all did you get up to? Were you playing some vampires? Also, Raiders, welcome in. Anybody who doesn't know me, I'm Magical Hack. I paint minis, I talk shit. Sometimes I play video games. Sometimes I even let people watch as I fumble through attempting to learn how to make a video game. Ooh, nice. Did you stick it to the Corpo scum? Or wait, are your players Corpo scum? If they are, I mean no offense. I've looked into it. Pardon me. But I have never actually sat down to play Cyberpunk. Mainly because I have a whole bunch of other games and projects on the go. It's just one of those ones that I never ended up throwing money at. Also, hello, Thantos. As you can see, I am currently in the process of painting up a giant fucking atlas. You know, I might try and do a like daytime stream tomorrow. Like I keep thinking about it because like I have time during the fucking day. But I might try and do a daytime stream tomorrow and like fuck around with some RPG Maker. Well, fuck around some more with some RPG Maker. You over that way. Need to clean you off a little bit more because I want to treat you well. Go. A little bit of a rinsey rinse. Okay, so I need to bit back over do some white ink. Whoa. Because I need to do some gun barrels. Well, just 2 gun barrels. Oh, fuck. I have more black I need to do. Never mind. I'm not using white ink just yet. There's more black that needs to go on. Specifically, on these guys. And I can just go back over with the metallic again to fix any overpainting I may do. That won't be a big issue. Fuck. Even if I didn't use ink for anything else I painted, I would use ink for FDM prints like this. Ink flows into layer lines so goram nice. Ooh, you know what? That is a kit that I wish I could fucking get my hands on. I would be super stoked if I could fucking put together and or paint a Firefly model on stream. Or even just in general, fuck. I have to clean it up a little bit, obviously. It's still early days with this, but actually, I'm curious. Da, da, da. It. Oh fuck! Wait, no. That's 3D printed. That's they're all STLs. Yeah, these are STLs that people are fucking printing off and selling. Hold on. Plus Serenity. Oh shit! So there's at least a mini that's like a not a 3D print. Now, granted, it sells for 177 fucking $178 Canadian, but it'd be cool as shit if I could get one. Fuck, this as it is right now, I could almost add weathering and be like, boom, done. There's like obviously there's more I need to add to it. Um, but we're gonna pull out the white ink again. Thankfully, I don't need a lot. That is going to be more than enough. I really need like two dudes. Hmm. Yeah, so I'm not going to do these as a candy coat because I don't think it would work as well with the fact that like this with all the like layer lines. Unfortunately. So we're going to go with the other route to make a nice vibrant light blue, and we're going to layer it on top of some titanium white. Because I can get not necessarily a similar effect, but a good enough effect out of it. Be good. Now. Mm, sorry. Yay, Sarna. Okay, so one AC 20, one Lerm 20. No, I don't want the 7D. I mean, the 7D is cool and all, but this obviously doesn't have a Lerm 20 in it. The Ooh, Gauss. The 7K is gross. Mm, the... Oh, there we go. Um. Okay, so RS is AC10, LRM15, large laser in each arm. Okay, so it's autocannon torso, large laser in each arm. Uh, uh, yeah. It's not gonna. Ooh, there we go. Laser, medium laser. Okay, so large laser is blue, medium's green, inner sphere small. Or sorry, small is red. That's good enough. Um, yeah, I guess this makes sense. That's an autocannon. So I guess that could be actually the inside of that barrel can be painted black. Hold on. So at the RS. Um, um, through the base 10, SRM, LRM 15, 4. Now, mm, I might just make those into like searchlights. Just a pair of lights on the front. Because if I'm patterning or if I'm painting this as though it was the RS, the RS doesn't have any lasers other than the two large lasers, which are on the arms. Which I would think actually two large lasers, AC-10, SRM-4, and an LRM-15. I would think that would actually be not too terrible for Solaris 7 combat. Like just considering the ranges and the heat that would be generated, that actually wouldn't be terrible. And it would make up for the fact that an atlases are slow as fuck. Um, they move at speed snail's pace. Take this. I know I should probably wait for that white to be fully dry and cured, but I'm okay with potentially having to put a second layer on. It is what it is. I have to do that. It's raining outside, I think. I'm like 80% sure. And then for this arm, I'm not 100% sure again, like what colors I'm going to do. I might just go all in on the white and just do a full layer of white over top of it. But I don't know. However, I think this is coming along nicely as it is. There's obviously stuff that I need to touch up on it. It's gonna happen. I am not a perfect painter. I'm not like magically able to get everything done super clean in one take. Because that would just be fucking phenomenal if I could do that. It'd make so many things so much easier. Okay. Well, what we're gonna do? Get the fuck in there. Is we're gonna start cleaning up. Because it's getting around that time. Got a few more minutes, so I'm not gonna like rush away. So I'm gonna take this opportunity to make sure my brushes are clean. At least the one that I was just using. Because huh. I apparently lost a follower recently. I wonder if it was a bot that I banned after they followed me. And we're like, you should add me on Discord. Dude. Alrighty. Put that right there. We are going to hit a button, and then we're going to meander over to the Chesterfield and get all nice and close and cuddly. So give me 2 jiggles with Jackrabbit's ass, and I will be right back with you. Whoop. There we go. I have a cat at my feet. Okay, so we're going to refresh the page. I'm going to murk the YouTube's stream as